on the pitch. They think it's all over. It is now.
Hello and welcome to a special Christmas edition of the... Calm down. Calm down. Welcome to a special Christmas edition of They Think It's All Over. And this year we're going to give our panellists the show they deserve. They've been behaving like big kids all year, so we're having a children's party. We've got crisps, yes, we've got jelly, and with them is Steve Cram. And we've got crackers and ginger nuts, and with them is Phil Tufnell. Oh, and by the way, David Gower's off in Australia summarising the Ashes. I can do that from here. England are shit. Now, during the show, we'll be playing party games, and we've all got a present, so feel free to open them. Rory, why don't you open yours first of all?
I will do. I'm very, very excited by this.
Excited.
Yeah.
Rory's first, Steve.
It's the Manchester United book. What's the time, ref? That's very good indeed.
These are genuine things from club shops. Manchester United actually do sell a tell the time
what's the time, David? This is Beckham. 3-0.
Gary?
Oh, good present.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
What are they?
Leicester City boxers short. You're not saying they're pants, are you?
No. Just full of shit. Steve?
This is going to be from the Sunderland shop, right?
I would have thought so.
Ah, an authentic brass miner's oil lamp. Great! Oh, look at that.
And why is that?
Someone got a match?
Why is that particular to Sunderland?
Stadium of Light. It was built on an old mine, you see.
Was it? That's why they're going down then.
Yep.
Jonathan?
You leave.
Is this a real present?
Yeah.
Oh, very kind. Did you buy this?
Yeah.
You're very kind. Play tennis the Tim Henman way.
Steve?
I've got flight socks, a travel pillow and a sleeping mask.
That's for when you're sitting down watching Mark Williams do a break.
Actually, that'll come in handy, because I'm trying to get the present you really wanted for you, Steve, that you asked me for. First class trip, all expenses paid, back to the 80s.
Phil?
Oh,
Look at that.
Look at that.
I can add it to my collection. That's lovely.
We get into the party
Before we
spirit.
start, though, Nick. Here we go. What? It's Christmas. Let's just relax and enjoy each other's
Okay,
company
go on.
in a manly way. Many people... I told you, too many mince pies will do that to you, Gary. Many people don't believe in Father Christmas. But, you know... Can you believe he started toking on the show already? Look. The thing about Phil is he's got so much in his bloodstream, he doesn't need it anymore, he just has to suck the air in, it mixes it all up again.
My children were very young when they worked out that Father Christmas was me. You know, this fat, red-faced man who only turns up once a year.
Many people don't believe in Father Christmas. Well, I'll tell you something, my friends, I do believe in Father Christmas because I've met him. And he is sitting opposite me right now. Gary Lineker, ladies and gentlemen. Now, Gary's too modest to want to share this with you, but if you ask the people of Leicester, they'll know what I'm talking about. And he dug deep in his pocket. He didn't want to tell me how much he put into the club when they needed £5 million, but £17.50, ladies and gentlemen. £17.50, and you've got great plans for the grounds, and do you mind if I share this with him? He's going to turn it into a giant crisp factory. Stoke City's been in a bit of trouble as well, haven't they?
Shut the up.
I was going to help out. I was thinking of buying Stoke City. I just didn't want to break a £20 note, that's all. You never changed.
Now we get into the party spirit with Sporting Bluff, Steve, Jonathan and Phil. Here's the trailer for the latest instalment of Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, which is out in cinemas at the moment.
Sauron's forces have begun their attack. He is using Saruman to destroy your people.
They were unarmed. They had no warning.
This is but a taste of the terror that Saruman will unleash. You must fight.
I will not risk open war.
Open war is upon you, whether you would risk it or not.
A new power is rising. Its victory is at hand.
What we want to know is who provided the sound of the Orc army marching into battle in that film, Gary's team.
The sound of the Orcs came from the Leeds United Supporters Club.
Jonathan, you like Tolkien, don't you?
I
Never
love a bit of
stop. Anyway,
Gary.
the sound of the Orcs came from England's balmy army of cricket fans.
The sound of the Orcs came from the fans on Henman Hill at Wimbledon.
So, were the Orcs Leeds fans, England's balmy army, or hen maniacs?
Were the Leeds fans rejected because they were not violent enough?
I've seen the film, and honestly, at no time do the Orcs say Venables out, so it's not the Leeds fans.
An orc is like a cross between like a goblin and a fairy. Not in the Graham Norton sense, but you know, in like the mystical sense.
Must have taken ages to paint them all. All the Orcs and the Elders. Took me ages to paint mine.
What the f*** are you on about?
I never thought I'd say this, but I'm missing David Gower. Have you seen the film, though? Have you seen it, the new movie? It's great. Gollum is fantastic in the new movie. I don't know if any of you have seen it yet. He's like a spindly, ugly creature, weak, distracted by power, and it's a fantastic performance, and I think Gary deserves an Oscar. If we're talking about the Barmy Arm and the Ashes, I don't know much about cricket, obviously.
No.
But I'm under the impression, have we not lost already this year?
We have.
Well then, so why is it still going on? Why isn't Gower back
Well,
in?
we can't. We're not allowed just to come home, mate.
But if we've lost, we've lost.
Yeah, but this is the time to really get stuck into the tour now, mate. You know what I mean? You got nothing to win, so you're just having a good Christmas in Australia.
What do we think it is?
It's not my boys. It's not the Barmy Army.
It's not the Barmy Army,
No,
is it?
it's not. They're all.
I don't think it's the Leeds boys,
They weren't drunk enough.
I don't think you
to be
could
the Barmy
control
Army.
them to do it. I think it's got to be the tennis fans. What do you think? We're going to defer to you, Captain.
No, I don't want to make a decision. Even though I've got a bit of confidence back, I'm not so sure.
I think it's safety, or is it a pot?
No, I'm not too sure. It's a bit difficult to make my mind up at the moment.
Steve, did they explain to you what being the captain meant? It'd be nice to have Steve back on form. Wouldn't it be great if getting his name in a drawer wasn't just a sigh of relief for the other bloke?
Well, I'm no surrogate captain. I'm not... No, I think, Phil, you should answer this.
Well, I'm going to go for... I think it's the Hen Hill people. I think it's the people from Hen Hill.
Actually, you know what, Phil, you sound like they belong in Lord of the Rings, don't it? And the Hen Hill people came down from the east.
OK, so you think that Rory was telling the truth. Let's see if you're right. No, Gary was being honest. The Barmy Army were recorded by director Peter Jackson during a game against New Zealand early this year. The fans were recorded screaming and shouting for the entire duration of an England innings, although, as it's a 3-hour film, he had to play the tape 10 times. England's tour to Australia has gone so badly, they even lost to the A-team. Mind you, Mr T did score 127 not out. Australia has the fastest bowler in the world in Brett Lee, but England has some of the fastest batsmen in the world. They're in and out so fast, they even beat the cartoon duck back to the pavilion. OK, shall we pull our crackers all at once, everybody?
Right,
2, 3.
Ready?
Oh, get that one there. Phil.
There's jokes in there. Rory, what's yours?
Doctor, doctor, I keep thinking I'm a pair of curtains. I'm afraid those are the long-term side effects, Mr. Tufnell.
Right, Mr Cram.
What goes red, black, red? Steve's highest break of the year.
No, Steve?
Me?
No, the other bloke called Steve sitting over there. Who do you think?
Well, Steve never thinks it's his turn, does he?
I'm not listening. Hold on. What's yellow with big ears?
Don't start.
No, have you got a joke in there?
I've got a little football in there, but I don't seem to have a... Oh, sorry, do I? Oh, sorry. It's in there. There you go, right, OK, hold on.
You were saving that to make a Rotary later, weren't you?
OK.
You know your game, Tufnell.
Yeah, it's nice material, there. What has 4 legs and flies? Rory's girlfriend.
Anybody else got a joke left? No.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Mrs. Lineker. The bedroom's upstairs. You know the way, Ross. Please don't wipe your cock on the curtains like last time. I'm sorry about that, by the way. I am sorry about that. I am very...
She blamed the kids.
What?
Gee, was it you?
When I was there, it was Venetian blinds. I was nearly Jewish.
OK, Gary, Rory and Steve, your question concerns Francis World Cup winner, Chelsea defender Marcel Desailly, seen here scoring against Tottenham.
Manu Petit with the corner. And Desailly! The captain has surely won it for Chelsea. The ball seemingly coming off Gudjonsson. Desailly unmarked on the far post.
Right, what we want to know is, what made Desailly decide he wanted to move to London and join Chelsea? Steve's team.
Marcel Desailly moved to Chelsea so he could live in the city where punk was born.
Marcel Desailly moved to Chelsea so he could live in the city where Sherlock Holmes was set.
Marcel Desailly moved to Chelsea so he could live in the city where Mary Poppins, or as they call it in France, Marie Le Popin, was set.
First of all, why did you have to show that goal against Tottenham?
Because goals against Tottenham are very easy to find, Gary.
He's a bit young for punk, isn't he, Desailly?
Oh, I don't know, actually.
He must have been. They're all punk fans over there, aren't they? Jonathan.
Yeah.
Jonathan.
You would have been a punk, wouldn't you?
That's right.
Pity they didn't put a zip on your mouth.
You're a lot quicker now than you used to be.
You're a punk, Gary, were you? You're a punk? Oh, I can just see you with a safety pin in your ear. Well, a crowbar, maybe.
What are these two up to here?
They play cards, but they're playing Snap.
Carry on, though, please.
So, Mary
Yeah,
Poppins.
Steve just said my career's over and Phil said Snap.
Who are we talking about again?
Mary Poppins.
Can't pick up.
Well, the manager.
Oh, Ranieri.
Ranieri, he's a big Mary Poppins fan.
Is he?
Yeah. He learned all his English from Dick Van Dyke, obviously.
But actually, we're not allowed to say Dick Van Dyke. We have to say penis, lorry, lesbian now. I think I read somewhere that Desailly was a fan of Mary Poppins. In fact, I think he got off a game, or he got off school by writing to his teacher or his manager that he was having an appendix operation or something.
Do you think Jonathan was telling the truth? Let's see if you're right. Suspicious. You know that? Yeah, well done, 3 points. Jonathan spoke the truth. While a young player in Nantes, Desailly actually played truant from school in order to go and watch Mary Poppins. He says, I wrote a letter in my mother's writing pretending that I had an appendix operation. I went to the cinema and sat through 2 showings until school was finished. I was interested in just one film, a movie that fascinates me to the point of obsession, Mary Poppins. I must have seen it 10 times, maybe 20. Alan Shearer, of course, is nicknamed Mary Poppins. I'm not sure why. I've never seen the bit where she elbows Dick Van Dyke in the face when the ref's not looking. OK, now it's time for our first party game of the evening. Phil and Steve, we're going to be asking you two to put on blindfolds. Ooh. And take these with you. When you get out there, put your blindfolds on. Off you go. Come on.
Righto.
Hat off, Steve, please.
Can I guess what the game is? No. Do I have to pin those 2 legs about under Julia Rogers' armpits? Julia Roberts' armpits. Julia Rogers, and I'm a film critic.
OK, blindfold on.
Oh, I love that.
We are going to be playing Pin the Ponytail on the David Seaman. OK, Jonathan and Rory, if you can go up and spin round your team member.
Why have we got to get them all disorientated?
Yeah,
well, Phil's already there. We don't need any help from me.
Yeah.
There you go, Phil.
Lovely.
Okay, and leave them facing the board.
Yeah.
Okay.
Facing the ball.
Steve, pin your tail on first, please.
Oh, that's me. Steady.
What, you're going too high, Steve?
I'm going over his head, everyone else does. Hang on. Here you go. Where is it? Where is it?
And now, Phil.
Phil, you wait. Use the force, Phil. Use the force.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, sorry.
Bit lower than that one.
Bit higher, bit higher. Oh, that, stop there. That's not bad.
Higher.
Oh. Come on, Tufnell. Go on.
So, shout, audience, either Gary or Steve, who do you want to have won that for? Okay, so that's a point to Gary. And it means at the end of that round, Gary's team have 4 points and Steve's team have none.
Look at you over there. You do look like Gollum, though. My pretty, my precious. I'll tell you what, you've got a lot of look-alike work coming your way when this... Leicester's only Gollum impersonator.
Right, time for our Christmas What's Going On now. Steve's team, have a look at this. Okay, so Steve's team, what was that all about?
It was very nice of that turkey to have a number 3 on his back. It's quite handy having cooking instructions on them, mate.
It's not qualified, that turkey. Didn't win it.
Why is that?
Tested positive for cranberry sauce.
Do you have a Bernard Matthews turkey, Matt? I love Bernard Matthews turkeys. They're from Norfolk, and they're good. Norfolk and good.
It's not the England cricket team, because we're always stuffed by Christmas.
Sorry, what do you mean, we?
Oh, yeah, I don't play for them anymore, do I? No.
Talk about short-term memory, Gary.
It's a turkey race, and I think the winner doesn't get killed and eaten. Is that correct?
Yes, thank you. 2 points. Yes, that was the inaugural running of the Gobble Cup, the brainchild of betting firm Blue Square, in which the turkeys were literally running for their lives. While the winner was covered in glory, the others were covered in streaky bacon, seasoned with salt and pepper, and roasted at gas mark 5. Sadly, we couldn't get the winner to turn up today, but here is one of the runners-up. Death for the runners-up may sound a bit harsh, but it did certainly liven up the boat race. Neil Armstrong famously ate a roast turkey meal on the moon, although it was a bit dry, as the moon has 0 gravy. That is a good joke.
That's a good Christmas joke.
I think
There's no 2 ways about it.
Gary's team, here's yours.
And the Rockets.
So what's going on there, Gary's team?
That international incident, almost there.
Really?
That was in Canada. Jubilee Tour. International incident because, I don't know who he was, captain of one of the Canadian teams, and he asked her if she'd like to puck off.
There was this Geordie on The Weakest Link. And she says to him, name a card game. And he says, ice hockey. He says, that's not a card game, it's the hardest game I've ever played. It's Christmas.
I think this is now officially the last in the series. Isn't it?
Definitely.
Was that Carl Lewis singing?
I don't know.
Wasn't it? What a bad singer.
I know.
Mind you, he's got an Olympic gold medal.
But amazingly, I know what happened here. This is the Queen opening the match between, I think it was the Vancouver Canucks and the San Jose Sharks.
San Jose is not in Canada.
Correct, for 3 points. Well done.
But from memory alone.
Yeah. That was part of the Queen's Golden Jubilee Tour of Canada when she performed the ceremonial puck drop at the ice hockey game between the Vancouver Canucks and the San Jose Sharks. The Queen was presented with that unique ceremonial puck after the match, and if you'd like to see it, it'll be on sale in Exchange and Mart next week. Apparently, the royal family play rounders together at Sandringham every year, although a row broke out last Christmas when the Queen shouted, "Charles, drop the bat and run," and he replied, "But I love her." Time now for our second party game of the evening. We're going to ask our teams to play hide and seek. Not on the set. Each team will take it in turns to hide in the audience, while first Rory and then Jonathan tries to find the other three. The fastest one wins. So Rory, could you put on your blindfold, please? And Steve's team are going to go and hide.
Nick, you want us to go up there with members of the public?
Yeah.
Oh. You want us to go and sit amongst members of the public?
Yes.
I don't mind so much, but some of them are ugly. A couple of them, when you turn the lights down, their heads were glowing.
Off you go.
Where were the seats? How did you leave me on purpose, Lineker? What?
Don't let him give you a present.
Honestly, I'm a doctor.
Okay, you've got to tap each member of the opposing team on the shoulder. When you've got all three, I will stop the clock. Your time starts. Now, take the blindfold off. Go.
God almighty. Oh, hello. Hello. Today on Kilroy, we're talking to women who are obsessed with people on television. Is he with you?
Yeah.
Oh, you do better than that. I said that.
Shaking his hand, you big sauce.
Ladies and gentlemen, David, we thought you were in Australia. You want to...
I came back for you.
Oh. Come on. Where are these people? Where's that mistletoe? Quick, now that I need it. It was, I can't see.
Where it always is, down your pants.
There's a big crowd of people asleep up here, so it can only mean that Steve Davis is there.
Come on, you've got limited time.
Give us a clue, chap. Come on, give us a clue. Jonathan should be easy. Hello. Can I give you a kiss? Now I was talking to Jonathan.
Rory, I can't come yet. I've only finished one of them. I can't leave her hanging.
This is just a punt. I'll just try this one. It might not work. Tuffers, where are you?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, my...
Okay, well done. Okay, Jonathan, can you put on your blindfold, please? Okay, Gary's team, take your positions.
Got your pants on.
A bit tight.
Yeah.
Can you take them back?
Too big for you.
It's Crisp Man.
Where was it?
And Jonathan, the time starts now.
Come on, Johnny. Let's have a look. I'm looking for Lineker. I'm looking for big ears. I'm looking for a cold person. Here he is. Look, here he is. Come on, fella. Look at that. Look at that. Is it going? Look at the size of them. Be proud. See yourself down there. You're not going. Are you moving in? No, you're not, are you? That must be costing you. can get what you can while you can, love, all right? I can't find anyone. Hold it. Where's Rory? The smell of pork scratchings normally gives him away.
It's the first time Rory's not been picked out of a lineup.
I'm sensing, my spider sense is tingling. Either that, I'm desperate for a piss. This has got to be the dullest part of the show now.
Who's that out? Look! Rory!
Got Rory. Where's Steve now? Where's Steve? Here's Gary. I've got Gary. Oh, what are you doing? You got your pants over your pants. That's disgusting. That's all. Let go of me. Right, hold it. Where's Steve? Where's Steve? Where is he?
There.
Where is he?
There. Do you want me to
recognise that? You got it. Okay. You know why? Because it works for Superman. It works for Cram. Well done, Steve. Thank you for pointing out. I'm sorry, Steve. Well fine. Oh, I'm sorry.
The bonus point goes to Gary's team, and at the end of the round, Steve's team have 3 points and Gary's team has 8. Time now for our regulars to prance around in blindfolds again as we play Phil the Sportsman. Gary and Rory first this week. Take your positions, take your blindfolds with you. OK, so blindfolds on. You have 90 seconds to figure out who you are gripping. Can we have our first mystery guest, please?
Happy Christmas!
OK.
Oh, what is it? Please!
Nick, get me a bucket. I'm going to chuck.
And Gary Lineker, turn round.
Go back in the audience.
No.
Oh. She's ready for the oven, Gary.
And your time starts now.
She's already lubed up for you. I give up.
Jonathan.
Don't blame me this time.
Oh,
That's disgusting.
Disgusting. Was that exciting?
Yeah. It's not a very big newborn baby, is it?
Oh, jeez.
No.
Right.
No.
I wonder how many of those there are. Is it a delivery for Michael Barrymore?
So what is a channel swimmer thing?
A channel swimmer thing.
It's Mike Reed, who has swum the channel 32 times.
Oh, you dirty beast.
There you go.
Thanks. OK.
Almost
Steve
over.
and Jonathan.
Come on, Steve.
Two positions, take your
Steve, I
blindfolds
think
with
we're
you.
in the shout still, you know.
You will have a similar amount of time. Can we have our second mystery guest, please?
Yes, sir.
OK, and your time starts now.
Steve. What? You go in, I'll cover you.
What was that?
Jesus, that was horrible.
Oh, it's a seat here.
I don't want to go near it. Right, whoever did that, don't do that again. It's a wooden thing. I'm not...
No, that's Steve Davis.
What's this? It's a big button.
I was sat on that. It's quite nice.
There's a rail up here. It's like a big... You know those things you put your kids' feet in to measure the size of their feet? This must be a big kid.
Hold on. It's a big hammer.
It's a very big, big hammer.
Oh, is there someone over here?
It's not the World Seal Clubbing Champion, is it?
I think it's a fairground man. See if you can detect any gypsy... See if you can smell any hedgehog on him. Feel the arms on him?
That's like Bill Worthington's leg.
Yeah. But his arms are big, but his legs are like noodles. Man on top, girl below.
That's the way we like it.
Man, girl, it's the Christmas gift I've been dreaming of!
Oh, I'm going to give you 3 points. It's Joe B. Carter, the British Test Your Strength champion. Test Your Strength champion. You've got the points. I'm giving you the points for that. Now, for our next game, as we've still got the Test Your Strength machine here, we thought that we would test all of your strength. So if the two teams could go and line up either side, I shall come up. Joe B, can you come back, please? Mr. Carter, sir.
How many whacks do we get?
You get 1.
Don't change the subject.
If you manage to hit the bell, you get a bonus. You get a bonus point. Okay, Phil.
Go on, Phil.
You get 1 go.
Phil.
Go. Anybody who hits the bell gets a point.
It's a policeman come to take your stash away. Go on. That one bad.
Oh, 1 more go.
No! Steve.
See, that's the problem. You always want 1 more, don't you?
Right.
No, it's not coming back down.
Come on, Steve.
Gutted it.
Come on, Steve.
Steve, it's for the honour of the team.
Oh. You're not going to hit it. It isn't 1987.
Down for the side.
Go for the side,
Down for an angle, off the cush.
Foul, 4 points.
Oh, no.
Gary.
It's your range, Gary.
Jonathan. You've been told before it isn't better if you keep hammering it.
Nick, he told me
Oh, no. That's an extra point for Rory. Well done. That's good. There's been a dirty rumour gone about that when I was away from the desk that somebody looked at my cards and cheated. Does anybody know who that was?
It's me.
Thank you.
Yeah, somebody called that out, sorry.
So that's minus 10 points for your team. Good. Which means...
Give us a chance.
Which means at the end of the round, Gary's team have 2 points and Steve's team has 6.
I wasn't cheating there.
They're inventing stuff out there now. We end the festivities by playing charades. Well, OK, it's the name game. But this year, we're going to be asking our teams to mime their clues. The leaders go first, which is Steve's team. Pass it to Jonathan, please.
We should.
As many names as you can in 90 seconds. Don't forget, you've got to mime, starting now.
OK, here we go.
Snooker player, Steve.
Alex.
Bill Worthing. Alex Higgins.
OK.
Footballer.
Roy Keane.
OK, it's a lot.
Another footballer.
Footballer. Puffy one.
Puffy footballer.
Seaman.
David Seaman. Okay. Puffy one.
Don't look at the cards, Mr. Davis.
Boxer.
Nelpit. Boxer. Oh.
One-eyed boxer.
No!
Chris Eubank.
Nelson.
Yeah,
Chris Eubank.
Well done.
Nelson.
Here we go, OK, here we go.
Fair enough.
Tim Henman. Tim Henman.
German tennis player.
Yes.
Boris Becker.
Here we go.
Cricket.
Cricket.
Mike Gattin.
Yeah. Yeah, another.
Footballer. Spotty footballer.
Spotty footballer.
Horrible spotty footballer.
I know him.
What's his name then?
Forgot.
Move on.
All right, here we go.
Jamie Oliver.
No points for that.
Are you?
Cricket. NASA.
Footballer. Bandy footballer.
Gorilla footballer. Ducky. Gorilla. Ducky.
Maradona.
Maradona? What's that Maradona? Look at the way I'm walking.
Yeah.
I'm rather like an animal. Quack, quack.
Quack. A duck.
What does a duck do?
It waddles.
And what's the waddle? Yes! I don't know what I do. This one, I have no idea.
So you moved on to 14, which means, Rory, you need 30 to win.
How many?
13.
13.
Yeah, pass those to Rory. 90 seconds in the...
hang on.
Your time starts now.
Pete Sampras. Alan Shearer. Sven-Göran Eriksson.
Paul Radcliffe.
Wayne Rooney.
Andy Carrick.
Pete Russell.
Yeah, thank you.
David Beckham.
Yeah.
Andrew Caddick.
Yeah.
Serena Williams. Princess Anne. I can't read my right. Schumacher.
You remembered them! You wrote them down?
I've got a very bad memory.
Well, evidently you have.
Isn't it nice to see some good old-fashioned Hitler impersonations back on the
Yes,
BBC?
fantastic. Freddie Stott will be very happy.
Great.
So at the end of the Christmas show, Gary's team had 13, but the Christmas show winner is Steve's team with 14.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you did it. So our thanks to Gary, Rory and Steve, Jonathan and Phil. We're all off to have some of Phil's special Christmas cake. My name's Nick Hancock. They think it's all over. It is now.
There's a Question of Sport Christmas special on BBC One, Friday evening at 6:30. Capturing the sporting event of this summer, remember the World Cup 2002? We'll take you there next.